Hey guys, and welcome back. Today let's take a look at the Hot Toys Color Scale Deluxe Boba Fett. So as usual, let's start with the box. As you can see, it's pretty massive. This is the new box type that Hot Toys uses now for the color scale figures. It's a little bit different than before, whereas on the other models, what they did is there was a raised art print here of the character. So this time around you only see like a promotional picture, but on the other figures you used to see the face, only the face, and it was raised. So that's the only difference. It's the same material, cardboard, pretty sturdy. As you can see, mine came a little bit damaged on transit, as you can see there. It's not a big deal. So as you can see, this is the QS23, meaning this is the 23rd color scale that Hot Toys did, and this is the deluxe version, which comes with a big diorama base, which I always like when it comes to my color scale figures, because I think that they look like statues pretty much. You know, they are at the same height, and the environment base makes it look more realistic. So that's what I like about it. So let's take a look at the accessories. A bit of pieces. Again, the manual, which is very important. You have some attachment holographic pieces that you can put on the gauntlet. Very nice. This is the slave one, which is no longer called like that. I think Disney decided to go with another name, which is pretty lame if you ask me. You have 6 hands here and 2 on the figure. Nice variety of open ones, gripping ones. Very nice paint applications again. You pretty much have trigger fingers, hands for either left and right. Some resting hands. This, I have no idea what this thing is. You basically have to put this on the base, so it's interesting. And like this small capsule. There's the pistol. And very nice paint application with the scuffs and weathering. It's fantastic. No movable parts on this one. Same with the rifle. Very nice wood details on the bar there. You have a flame effect that can attach to the arm. It's made out of this translucent plastic, which is fantastic. You have the nice coloration. And then the jetpack that goes on the back, obviously. This one doesn't have magnets. You pretty much have these 3 slots, and there's 3 pegs on the back of the figure that just click in. Very nice piece. This is removable, the rocket up top, and these thrusters on the back move. And again, the level of detail is insane. Very nice weathering throughout. And then finally, my favorite accessory is the Tomira Morrison head sculpt. I mean, look at this. Look at this masterpiece. Again, paint application is second to none. The veins, all the freckles, the pigmentation. The likeness is pretty much 100% on every angle. I like the intensity. The only thing that this set doesn't have is movable eyes. So that's pretty much the only thing. It doesn't take anything away from the figure. It's still very badass. Let's get some great views right there. It's insane. And that's Tomira Morrison right there, 100%. This has to be their best quarter scale head sculpt to date, by far. And all the scars on the head. Fantastic piece. And you have the Hot Toys logo on the back of the head, pretty much to prevent other third-party companies that can bootleg these. That's common. I've seen there's a lot of recasts on eBay, obviously, so you have to be careful. If you're looking for a legitimate Hot Toys head sculpt, make sure you see the logo on the back, just to make sure it's 100% authentic. So yeah, it's insane. The eyes, very lifelike. And a pair of wrist pegs, just in case you break them. That's pretty much standard with all Hot Toys figures. Okay, and there's the figure on the base. And just for size comparison, let's measure this guy and see how tall he is. On the base, so close to 27 inches almost, which is insane, very tall. So make sure you have enough room in your collection. Again, this is mainly because of the base, which is, again, it's about 7 inches tall. But yeah, fantastic figure. I have imposed the flame effect, which plugs in there. It's pretty self-explanatory. You have the jetpack on, which is, I think, has magnets and some hooks. Yeah, it has a magnet on the bottom. These pieces also are articulated. You can remove the missile here on top. The only thing that he doesn't have are some flame effects, and he's actually missing the staff. You know, in the show he had a staff. They didn't include that in the quarter scale figure, which I don't understand why, because that was an iconic accessory from the show. So that's weird. The gun goes in the holster right there, and this piece is magnetic. Again, fantastic figure, it's very beefy. Going into some close-ups in a few minutes. Just to do a comparison with your typical 1/6 scale figure, I mean, look how small Michael Myers is. This is your typical 12 inches tall figure, and you know, this guy is almost double the size. I mean, comes pretty much to his waist. So it's insane how tall the figure is on the base. Again, this is the deluxe, so you have that extra environmental base. The regular one comes with this flat, kind of almost like a grid style base. So yeah, let's get a close up here on the details. Again, this is Boba Fett from the Solo show, so his armor has been repainted. you see in the show, just after he meets with the Mandalorian, which, I mean, what a great episode. Very iconic, obviously. Character Boba Fett. A lot of people love him since we first saw him in, what was it, Empire Strikes Back? A long time ago. Again, only nitpick with this figure would be this cloth material on the back. Actually the second layer, this one here, it's very cheap and plasticky looking, so it would have been cool if they would have included a wire so you can pose this. I don't even know what you call this, like a tunic. It would have been cool. Imagine like having the wind effect. It's doable. I mean, I can put a wire inside on the stitching right there. So yeah, that's my only complaint. The rest of the materials on this guy are solid. So it's a cloth suit, so it's not gonna restrict movement. The torso is pretty stiff, but other than that, the boots are very nice. I'm not sure if it's actual leather, I don't think it is. So we'll have to see how it's gonna last in time. But again, like the details, all the sun, the sand, the dust effect, all the dirt and grime on the boots. The stitching is very fantastic, like always from Hot Toys. The knee pads right there with the rockets. The belt is fantastic. I think these are actually separate pieces. Yeah, they feel like separate pieces. Again, in the show, this lights up, but not in on the actual figure, which is okay, it's not a big deal. The armor piece on the back. Again, the jetpack that has been repaired. I think on the original 1/6 scale figure that came with the 2-pack had the slash on the back, so he has repaired his jetpack in the show. And fantastic details. You have the wires on the other side, which I think is pretty much for the fuel effect here on the flames. Those are all movable. They're not connected to the body, they just plug in underneath there. The visor goes up and down. I think this is his targeting system. And again, the helmet, I mean, wow. I always liked Boba Fett, I'm not sure why. He didn't really have enough screen time in the original movies, but when he was introduced in The Mandalorian and he has his own show, I think that really put him on a map. It's just too bad that Disney hasn't renewed a season 2, because that would have been cool. In fact, I'm not a big fan of their latest Star Wars shows, The Acolyte. What was the most recent one? I forgot what it's called. It's with the kids. What is the Skeleton Crew, I think? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of those. I think in the most recent years, Mandalorian season 1 and 2 were great. Kenobi was not bad, and the Book of Boba Fett, sorry. Those were great shows. And I don't know, I mean, Disney doesn't have any clue what to do with in terms of directions. Same thing with Marvel. They're pretty much lost. I mean, everything they touch now is pretty much becomes woke, and you know, it's garbage. So let's hope one day, you know, Star Wars and Marvel are going back to the roots. Nice details here. Another rocket, I think. Again, the gauntlets are adjustable. You have your typical body again with over 36 points of articulation. The only modification I did with mine is I took, see that waist grabber, I took that from the Jake Sully figure to make sure that he's stable enough, because the original figure only comes with a crotch grabber one, which goes in between the legs, which is typical with these core scale figures, but I just didn't want mine to topple over, so I did that modification. It's pretty easy to do, you know, clamps around on the back right there, so it's pretty standard. And again, fantastic figure. I mean, they're really cheap nowadays. Again, like I said in my last videos, the core scale figures from Hot Toys usually sit and they go on sale, especially this one. This again has two versions, the deluxe and the regular. What a fantastic piece. Probably my second favorite core scale of all time. My first one being the Iron Man Mark IV with gantry. And there's the light up base. Again, the wire plugs in there. You have the on off switch on the side under there. Again, pretty cool. You have lights here, these light up, and on the sides. Let's actually see. I thought that those are gonna light up, but apparently no. Let's see, so on and off. Very nice. So final thoughts on the figure. I mean, fantastic piece. If you like core scale figures, you should definitely buy one. It's worth it. If you like Boba Fett, if you like the show, if you're into Star Wars, this is a must. Fantastic piece. So thanks for watching, guys. As usual, subscribe, follow me on TikTok, and see you soon for another video. Take care and bye bye.